Have you ever wondered why some people stay quiet but still seem to win, while others talk all day about their goals but never move forward? In a noisy world full of distractions, there's a hidden power in silence. Today, you're about to discover what really changes lives. Not noise, not talk, but discipline. This isn't just advice, it's a warning and a roadmap. If you follow what you're about to hear, your life will never be the same. This audiobook isn't here to make you feel good. It's here to wake you up. Every sentence is a reminder of what it really takes to succeed. No fluff, no shortcuts, just truth. The truth that most people avoid because it demands action, not words. If you're ready to stop pretending and start building, it begins right here. Welcome to the quiet path. The path that doesn't need applause to work. It just works. Chapter 1, close your mouth and get serious about your life. Stop talking. Get serious. That's the first step. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, most people love to talk. They talk about what they want. They talk about their future. They tell everyone about their plans. But what are they really doing? Nothing, just talking. And talking doesn't build anything. Talking is easy. Anyone can do it. What matters is what you do when nobody's watching. Change starts when you get quiet and honest with yourself. It starts the moment you stop pretending that everything is okay. It begins when you wake up one morning, look around and say, "This isn't enough. I'm tired of waiting. I'm ready to change." That moment is powerful. It doesn't need an audience. It needs you. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You don't need approval. You need focus. You need commitment. You need truth. Too many people waste years telling others what they're going to do. They post their goals online. They update everyone. But deep down, they're still stuck. They haven't moved. They feel good for a moment because talking gives a small hit of pride. But it doesn't last because it isn't real. Real progress doesn't make noise. It happens in silence. It begins when you cut out distractions. It grows when you show up before the sun rises. It becomes real when you stop wasting your time and start using it. Nobody needs to understand your goals, not your friends, not your neighbors, not your family. This is your life. If you want to change it, act like it matters. The truth is, not everyone will understand your hunger. Some people will think you're distant. Some will wonder why you stopped sharing. That's fine. They don't have to get it. You're not here to be understood. You're here to become the person you've always wanted to be. The one you dream about. The one you talk to in silence when nobody else is around. That version of you? It doesn't care about attention. It needs action. It needs hard work. It needs a solid decision. You can either talk about change, or you can change. You can either explain your plans, or you can live them. The world doesn't need your promises. It needs your transformation. There is strength in silence. There is power in being unknown while you're building. When you stop chasing likes and validation, you finally start growing. When you stop updating everyone on every move you make, your energy stays focused. You don't get stronger by speaking. You get stronger by doing. Start asking yourself hard questions. Are you using your time well? Are your mornings building your future? Are you improving your body? Are you learning new skills? Or are you just scrolling, talking, and wasting time? The answers are in your actions, not your words. You want change? Cut the noise. Stop trying to impress people who aren't doing anything. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't care about growth. Stop wasting your power by talking instead of doing. Every time you speak instead of act, you lose strength. Every time you avoid discomfort, you stay stuck. Every time you skip the work, you delay your future. Your goals matter. Your time matters. Your future matters. But none of it matters if you don't act like it. Respect is earned. If you want it, build something that demands respect. Take yourself seriously first. Only then will others follow. You don't need to post about your hustle. You don't need to explain why you're not available. Just work. Wake up early, build habits, clean your space, improve your discipline. One day they'll ask how you did it, and your answer will be simple. I shut my mouth and I got serious. You stopped waiting. You stopped complaining. You stopped chasing applause. You started walking. You started building. You started living. There's peace in silence. There's clarity in focus. There's power in doing the hard things without recognition. You don't need loud motivation. You don't need to feel excited every day. You need to be consistent, quiet, steady. You want people to respect your work? Then do work that earns respect. Let your habits speak for you. Let your results be your voice. Let your life prove your worth. Most people are loud but lost. They shout, but they don't move. They talk big, but their actions are small. Don't be like them. Be the person who enters the room and says nothing, but whose life says everything. Be the one who doesn't need attention because they've built something real, something solid, something that cannot be ignored. But you have to want it. You have to want it more than comfort, more than applause, more than being liked. If you're tired of feeling behind, do something about it. If you're tired of staying average, choose something different. If you're tired of the noise, turn it off and go build. Build your health, build your craft, build your knowledge, build your future. But build it quietly. Build it without needing to be seen. Build it until it speaks louder than your words ever could. To win in public, you have to fight in private. To shine one day, you have to grind every day. Not once in a while, not when it's convenient, every single day. Put your head down, ignore the crowd, forget the likes, forget the comments. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. You have to earn it. With effort, with discipline, with silence. It's not easy, it's not fast. But it works. You have a choice. Keep talking or start building. One leads to regret. The other leads to results. Close your mouth, get serious, and build something that speaks when you no longer have to. Chapter 2. Work quietly on your goals. Every single day. Work quietly every day. That's the rule. Not just when you're in the mood. Not just when you feel inspired. Every single day. That's what it takes to really change your life. You can't keep waiting for the perfect moment. You can't wait for motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. The people who build success are not the ones who work hard sometimes. They are the ones who work hard all the time, even when they don't feel like it. The real winners show up every day. They do the small, quiet work. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. Most of the time it looks boring. But it's the boring work that builds greatness. Too many people want big results fast. They want to be successful right away. They want their goals to come true without the hard work. But that's not how it works. Success takes time. It takes patience. It takes quiet, daily effort. Most people give up too soon. They quit when it gets hard. They quit when no one is watching. They quit when it feels slow. But the ones who keep going, even in silence, are the ones who win in the end. You don't need to talk about your work. You don't need to show everyone what you're doing. Just do it. Show up every day. without skipping, without bragging, without needing praise. Success is not about who talks the most. It's not about who posts the most online. It's about who shows up when no one's looking. It's about who puts in the time, day after day, when it's not fun. That's who gets results. If you want to win, you have to take your goals seriously. Not just sometimes, all the time. You have to act like your goals really matter, because they do. If you treat them like a joke, your results will be a joke. But if you treat them like they're your mission, everything will change. There is no shortcut. There is no easy path. There is no magic plan. You have to earn it, day by day, step by step, quietly, consistently. Build your own rhythm. Don't copy someone else's routine. Don't chase what looks good online. Find what works for you. Maybe it means waking up earlier. Maybe it means saying no to distractions. Maybe it means cutting out the things that waste your time. Whatever it is, do it. And do it now, not later. Later becomes never. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. That perfect day you're waiting for, it's not coming. Start where you are. Start small. Just start. What matters is that you begin and that you keep going. The ones who succeed are not the loudest. They are not the most popular. They are the most consistent. They don't quit when it's boring. They don't stop when it's slow. They keep working, quietly, every day, even when no one is clapping for them. You might not see their journey, but you see their results. You don't see the early mornings. You don't see the long nights. You don't see the discipline. And you're not supposed to. They're not doing it for the show. They're doing it for themselves. That's the key. You need to stop trying to impress others. Stop chasing attention. Stop needing approval. Focus on building something real. For you. Not for likes, not for comments, not for applause. Don't post it. Don't talk about it. Just work. Set your goal. Stick to your plan. Stay with it. You don't need a crowd. You need a reason. A reason that keeps you going when it's hard. A reason that doesn't disappear when things get quiet. That's what you hold on to. Think long term. Don't chase fast results. Don't rush the process. Great things take time. Real change takes effort. True growth takes sacrifice. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be worth it. There will be days when it's lonely. Days when no one understands what you're doing. Days when you doubt yourself. But you keep going. That's the process. That's where the strength is built. Most people quit during that part. That's why they don't get anywhere. But you're different. You keep going. You keep building. You keep showing up even when no one sees you. You don't need people to notice right away. In fact, it's better if they don't. Let your success surprise them. Let your results speak for you. Focus on doing what matters every single day. Use your mornings well. Use your free time wisely. Cut out distractions. Stay focused. That's how you grow. 1 hour of focused effort every day becomes over 350 hours a year. That's how lives change. Not all at once, but little by little, quietly, steadily. If you skip days, you lose progress. If you wait for motivation, you lose time. If you keep hoping for the right feeling, you miss the right action. Discipline doesn't feel good at first, but it feels better than regret. Most people regret not starting sooner. Most people regret not being consistent. Don't let that be you. Start now. Build the habit. Commit to the process. Show up every day. You won't feel motivated all the time. That's normal, but don't stop. You're not supposed to feel great every day. You're supposed to keep going anyway. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a choice. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Start building habits. While you do that, protect your peace. You don't owe anyone your time. You don't need to explain your routine. You don't need to justify why you're working late, why you're not going out, why you're focused. Stay quiet. Stay focused. This is your life. You're not doing this for attention. You're doing it for your future, for your strength, for your freedom. There's a special pride that comes from knowing you've been consistent in silence, that you've kept your word to yourself, that you stayed on track even when no one noticed. That pride is real. It builds confidence from the inside. Not fake confidence, not social media praise. Real confidence that lasts. Eventually, people will notice. But by then, you won't need their praise. You'll already know who you are. You'll already feel the change inside. And that's the goal. To become someone you're proud of, someone who didn't quit, someone who followed through, someone who worked hard and stayed true, someone who didn't need noise to grow. You don't need to talk louder. You need better routines. You don't need more followers. You need more discipline. You don't need to share your vision. You need to live it, step by step, day by day, in silence. The best work happens when no one sees it. The best version of you is built in the quiet, far from the noise, far from the pressure, far from distractions. You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to update the world. You just need to show up, do the work, and trust the process. That's how you win. That's how change happens. That's how your life begins to rise. Chapter 3. Stop proving and start doing what really matters. Stop trying to prove things to people. Stop chasing approval. Start doing what really matters. That's where change begins. Not when people believe in you, not when people clap for you, but when you decide you don't need that anymore. Most people waste their energy trying to be liked. They want to be seen as smart. They want to be accepted. But none of that builds your future. None of it helps you grow. You don't need to prove yourself. You need to make progress. Real personal progress. The kind you don't have to post. The kind that happens when no one's looking. Trying to prove yourself traps you. You keep explaining, you keep updating, you keep performing. But you lose focus. You forget why you started. You slow down. Because now, you're not growing for yourself. You're performing for others. That's how people stay stuck. They want to be noticed more than they want to grow. They want likes more than they want results. They care more about the image than the outcome. You don't need to tell everyone your next move. You don't need to explain yourself in every conversation. You don't need to be understood by everyone. That's not your job. Your job is to get better. Your job is to fix what's broken. Your job is to face your weakness and change it. That doesn't need noise. That needs action. That needs honesty. It means admitting when you've been lazy. It means doing the work to become stronger. It means no more pretending. There are a lot of people who talk big but do little. They look the part. They sound the part. But their life never changes. Because they're not focused on growth. They're focused on being seen. They want to look successful, not be successful. They want to impress, not improve. That's why nothing changes, because they want fast praise, not real results. If you want more from life, stop doing that. Stop trying to be impressive. Start trying to be real. Ask yourself what truly matters. Look at your habits. Are they helping you or hurting you? If the answer is no, change them. Not tomorrow, not when life gets easier. now. Because life doesn't wait. Your goals won't build themselves. Either you do the work or you don't. People spend years trying to earn respect from people who are lost themselves. They base their choices on how things look, not how things work. They avoid the hard stuff because the hard stuff doesn't get applause. But here's the truth. What really matters rarely looks cool. It looks like sacrifice. It looks like early mornings. It looks like saying no to comfort. It looks like doing the boring work now so you can live better later. Doing what really matters takes clarity that you can't chase everything. You have to choose what's important. Once you know your priorities, protect them. Don't compromise. Don't make excuses. Don't wait for support. Build your own reason. Stick to your path, even if no one understands it. That's how serious people live. When you stop proving, you start freeing yourself. You don't need the world's permission anymore. You don't wait for applause. You make decisions that match your values. That's where strength comes from. It's in standing alone. It's in showing up without a cheerleader. It's in pushing forward when no one sees your effort. That's what real leadership looks like. Some people won't understand. Some will doubt you. Some will say you've changed. And they're right. You have changed. Because staying the same keeps you stuck. Growth means doing things differently. It means breaking bad habits. It means choosing results over reactions. It means being okay with being misunderstood. Oh, because you're not here to please people. You're here to build something deeper than they can see. Take your life seriously. Not in a cold way, but in a clear way. Be intentional with your time. Be careful with your energy. Stay close to your purpose. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Prove it to yourself. Prove it by showing up when it's hard. Prove it by keeping your promises, even when no one's watching. Prove it by not quitting. What matters isn't how many people clap for you. What matters is what you build with your time and your effort. It's the peace you earn from doing your best. It's the strength you get from working through the hard days. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you didn't give up. You don't need people to believe in you. You need to believe in your own effort. You don't need to explain your path. You need to walk it. That walk won't always feel good. It won't always make sense. You'll have doubts. You'll have questions. You'll feel like giving up. But if you keep doing what matters, the answer will always be, yes, it was worth it. Because the results from that kind of effort don't fade. They don't break. They change you. You don't need likes. You don't need validation. You need discipline. You need peace. You need purpose. So stop chasing approval. Stop proving. Start living. Do it for your future. Do it for your growth. Do it because you said you would. Chapter 4. Build your habits without telling anyone about them. Build your habits, but keep them to yourself. That's one of the strongest things you can do. Not because it makes you mysterious, not because it's a secret, but because your energy stays focused. Your effort stays real. Most people break their own growth by talking too much. They start something good, then tell everyone. They make one change, then post about it. They want praise for what they barely started. And when they get that praise too early, they stop. It feels like they already did something great, even though they didn't finish anything. That's the trap. The moment you talk too soon, you lose momentum. You lose focus. You start performing instead of building. You start thinking about how it looks instead of how it feels. You start trying to match people's expectations instead of staying true to your path. That's how the habit breaks. You don't need to tell people you're changing. just change. You don't need to post that you're waking up early. Just wake up early. You don't need to explain your new routine. Just follow it every day quietly. When you keep your habits private, they become stronger. They become part of who you are, not something you perform for others. Habits are not announcements. They are actions. They are choices you make over and over again. When no one's clapping, when no one's watching, when no one even knows what you're doing. That's where real growth happens. That's where discipline is born. You don't need to tell people you're reading more books. Just read. You don't need to show your diet. Just follow it. You don't need to list your new schedule. Just live it. Your habit is stronger when you repeat it in silence. Not when you talk about it. Not when you share it. Not when you seek attention for it. Because when you talk too early, you invite distraction. You invite opinions. You invite judgment. And that pulls your focus away from the real work. Keep your focus sharp. Protect your peace. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. You don't owe anyone a reason for your change. You don't need to justify your effort. Just do it. Improve quietly. Train privately. Study alone. Build without needing to be seen. That's how transformation happens. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows and in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the parts of your day no one ever sees. There's no need to prove anything to anyone. You're not here to impress. You're here to grow. Real habits don't need a camera. They need consistency. They need effort. They need time. And most of all, they need privacy. At the start, everything feels weak. Your willpower is small. The habit is new. It's not strong yet. And that's why talking about it too early is dangerous. Because when it's weak, it can break easily. When you share too soon, you make the habit about others. And when it becomes about others, it stops being real. It becomes a show. That's when it fades. Keep it personal. Keep it sacred. Let it grow deep before anyone sees the surface. Let your results speak later. For now, just build. Track your progress privately. Reflect on your mistakes alone. Adjust your strategy in silence. Keep going, even when no one asks about it. You'll be amazed at how fast your life changes when you stop explaining and start executing. Every day you stay consistent without attention, your confidence grows. Not because of praise, but because you kept your promise to yourself. That kind of self-respect is powerful. That kind of discipline is real. That kind of trust builds from within. You don't need reminders from the world. You don't need someone checking in. You made a commitment. Now keep it. That's where confidence comes from. You wake up, and your day already has structure. You don't waste time thinking. You don't wait to feel motivated. You already know what to do because you built a system. And that system was built in silence. It wasn't loud. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't public. It was private and powerful. But it only works if you do the hard part first. Starting it, building it, repeating it, without attention, without applause, without anyone telling you, "Good job," because you didn't do it for that. You did it for your growth. You did it because you needed to change. You did it because your life deserves better. So protect it, guard it, grow it. Every habit you build in silence becomes part of your foundation. No one can take that from you. Not opinions, not distractions, not doubt. It belongs to you. It lives inside you. And it carries you forward. Some people won't notice your change at first. Some might think you've become distant. Some may not understand what you're doing. That's okay. You're not doing this for them. You're not trying to fit their comfort zone. You're building a better version of yourself. And that version is shaped in silence, strengthened in solitude, refined in focus. Wake up, get after it. No post needed, no likes required. Make the decision, stick to it, don't break it. This is how new lives are built, not in the spotlight, but in the silence. Chapter 5. Discipline is the foundation of real success. Discipline is where everything begins. Not excitement, not motivation. Discipline. Motivation feels good, but it disappears fast. It comes and goes. It depends on mood, weather, sleep, emotions. But discipline doesn't care about feelings. Discipline shows up anyway. Discipline gets up when it's dark. Discipline puts in the work, even when it's boring. That's why it works. Most people wait to feel ready. They wait to feel good. They wait for the right mood, the right time, the perfect energy. But that wait becomes weeks, then months, then years. You cannot depend on feelings, because feelings are not reliable, but habits are. The only way to stay consistent is to build structure. Discipline gives you that structure. It doesn't ask, "Do I feel like it today?" It says, "This is what I do, no matter what." You brush your teeth daily, not because you're excited. You do it because it's routine. That's what your goals need to become. Routine. Not a wish, not a dream, a routine. That's what turns goals into reality. The truth is, most people don't have discipline. They have moments of energy. They have bursts of motivation, but no consistency. That's why they start over again and again. They do well for 3 days, then stop. They work hard one week, then vanish the next. That's not growth. That's a loop. If you want to break the loop, build discipline. And that means doing the work without complaining, showing up when no one's watching, keeping your promises to yourself, saying no to distractions, saying yes to effort, and not once, but over and over, until it becomes normal. At first it feels hard. You'll want to quit. You'll miss the comfort. You'll feel tired. You'll doubt yourself. That's part of it. That's expected. But if you keep going, something changes. Your body adjusts. Your mind strengthens. Your routine becomes your rhythm. That's where the shift happens. You stop needing motivation. You just work. You wake up and do what needs to be done. No emotions, no second guessing, just action. That's discipline. And when you live like that, results begin to show. Not right away, but eventually. Because time rewards discipline. One focused hour a day adds up. One strong choice repeated daily becomes a new life. But you must respect your time. You must guard your focus. You must treat every day like it matters. Most people don't. They treat time like it's cheap. They scroll. They waste hours. They say, later. But later becomes never, and someday becomes regret. Discipline stops that from happening. It tells you, get off the phone. Turn off the noise. Focus on what matters. Make progress now. No one will force you. No one will do it for you. No one is coming to make you disciplined. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And the reward is huge. You gain self-respect. You gain momentum. You gain power over your mind. You gain a sense of peace because you know you're doing your part. There is pride in showing up, even when it's hard, even when it's quiet, even when it feels like nothing's changing. But deep down, you're changing. You're becoming stronger, more focused, more reliable. That's how you grow. And it doesn't require a crowd. It doesn't need attention. It doesn't come with a trophy. It's quiet. It's slow, but it's real. So when the excitement fades, keep going. When it's not fun anymore, keep going. When you're tired, keep going. Because one day, People will ask how you did it, and you'll say, I did it when it was hard. I did it when no one saw. I did it every day without skipping. And that's the answer. You chose discipline. You built it in silence. And now it carries you. Chapter 6. The quiet work that changes everything. Real change doesn't happen with big speeches. It doesn't happen with big announcements. It happens with quiet work. The work no one sees. The work that's slow. The work that's hard. It's the small choices done again and again that change your life. Not one big move, not one lucky break, but small, quiet effort repeated every single day. That's the truth people ignore, because it doesn't sound exciting. It doesn't look impressive. It doesn't get likes. It doesn't get praise. But it works. The quiet hours you spend learning matter. The quiet workouts with no one watching matter. The time you use to build instead of scroll matters. Because those hours stack up. They become your future. You don't grow when you're being watched. You grow when no one's looking. Most people skip that part. They wait until someone sees them. They wait until someone cheers. They only give effort when there's attention. But when the lights go off, so does their action. That's not growth. That's performance. You don't need to perform. You need to build. You need to grind. You need to focus. Even when it's dark. Even when it's silent. Even when no one knows what you're doing. Because that's where the shift happens. You stop needing to be seen. You stop needing approval. You stop needing motivation. You just move. You just act. You just show up. And slowly everything starts to change. It doesn't feel fast. It doesn't feel big. But it is. Because every small step makes you stronger. Every day you stay consistent. Your confidence grows. Not because people notice, but because you notice. You feel it. You know it. You see yourself changing. And that matters more than any outside praise. When you do the quiet work, you learn something powerful. You don't need the world to clap for you. You don't need to post your routine. You don't need to prove your grind. You just need to do it. Discipline is built in silence. Confidence is built in silence. Self-respect is built in silence. And later, when the results show, people will wonder how you did it. But they didn't see the quiet mornings. They didn't see the late nights. They didn't see the tears, the doubt, the effort. And they weren't supposed to. Because this wasn't for them. It was for you. You weren't chasing attention. You were chasing change. That's why it worked. Keep doing the work no one sees. Keep showing up with no audience. Keep improving in private. That's the real flex. Not the post. Not the story. Not the brag. The real power is when you build without noise, and then walk into a room and your presence says everything. Because you did the work. You kept your promises. You built something real. Quietly, patiently, daily. And now you carry it inside you. It shows in your discipline, in your habits, in your peace. You didn't wait to be told what to do. You didn't wait for motivation. You didn't wait for a crowd. You chose to take control. You chose to stay focused. You chose to do the work. Now you've become something different. Not louder, stronger. Not flashier, more stable. Not more liked, more solid. The people who win in life are not the ones with the loudest voices. They are the ones with the quietest routines, the ones who build before they're seen, the ones who earn their confidence in the silence. You don't have to explain your change. You don't have to defend your discipline. You don't have to announce your habits. Just live them. Live them so deeply they become part of who you are. You won't need to say a word. Your results will say everything. Chapter 7. Your results will speak full. You don't need to talk anymore. You don't need to explain. You don't need to post about your progress. Your results will do the talking. They will speak louder than anything you could ever say. They will answer every question. They will silence every doubt. But only if you stay the course. Only if you stay quiet and keep working. Only if you stay focused while everyone else is getting distracted. You don't win by convincing people. You win by becoming someone they can't ignore. Someone whose work shows the truth. Someone whose discipline is impossible to miss. The quiet days you stay consistent matter. The times you feel invisible, but don't quit, matter. The sacrifices you make with no reward matter. Because all of it adds up. The world is full of noise, but very few people are doing the work. Very few are staying locked in. Very few are choosing purpose over attention. Don't be like the rest. Don't join the crowd that wants fast wins. Be the one who plays the long game. Be the one who outlasts them all. Let your growth happen behind closed doors. Let your change build in the shadows. Let your success come without needing to shout. The truth is, people respect what they can see, and real results can't be faked. You can fake effort online. You can fake hustle in conversations, but you can't fake outcomes. You can't fake strength. You can't fake self-control. You can't fake excellence. Those things take time. They take discipline. They take quiet work. So don't get distracted by others. Don't look around to compare. Don't waste time proving anything. Stay in your lane. Keep your head down. Protect your focus. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about becoming better than the old version of you. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to stress over being seen. What you build in silence will grow roots. It will become strong. It will last. People may not understand your journey. They may not get why you're so focused. They may question your decisions. That's fine. They don't have to understand. Because this path is not for them. It's for you. You are becoming someone who doesn't chase praise. You are becoming someone who doesn't break under pressure. You are becoming someone who shows up every day, no matter what. And eventually, people will notice. They'll see the results. They'll feel the presence. They'll ask how you did it. And you won't need a long answer, because everything about you will say it clearly. You'll walk differently. You'll think differently. You'll move with purpose. Not because you said you would, but because you showed up and proved it through action. You stayed true when it was hard. You kept working when no one clapped. You grew when no one was watching. And now, you don't need applause. You don't need praise. You don't need approval. Because you've already earned something more valuable: peace, strength, and respect from yourself. The real goal isn't to be popular. The real goal is to be proud of the person you've become. To know that every result you have came from real effort. No shortcuts, no lies, no pretending. Just daily work. Just quiet commitment. Just a decision that never changed. Let your life become the proof. Let your habits become your reputation. Let your results say the words you no longer need to say.